For the study of collaborative media projects in BCM303, we were tasked to interview working professionals in a field of interest to explore the methods they use to research and develop projects. As a former events and marketing volunteer for Cancer Council, I was greatly influenced by my manager, Sari Bashiro, a hard-working community relations manager who runs numerous campaigns under the Cancer Council banner. Within the interview, I asked Sari to explain her current role and give some background to her journey to this position.
My name is Sari Bashiro and I'm a Community Relations Coordinator for Cancer Council New South Wales Southern. I did a Bachelor of Public Health at the University of Wollongong and I majored in health promotion. That was from 2015 to 2017 and during that time I did a lot of volunteering work, work with New South Wales Health, doing some contracts here and there. And one of my volunteer roles was actually with Cancer Council New South Wales. And then so when a job opportunity came up, I was very lucky when I went for an interview. I was successful for the role, which is what I am today, which is the Community Relations Coordinator for Cancer Council Southern.
Secondly, I asked, what would you say were your key strengths or attributes that helped you within this role?
Well, I did a Bachelor of Public Health, as I said, at uni, and during that time I developed skills around planning, delivering, evaluation, and I found that those skills were really great and transferable for the role that I'm in today. As I mentioned, I do really large-scale community events, so as you could imagine, there's so much planning that goes into that, the delivery on the day, and then post-event having to wrap it all up, evaluate it, see what worked and what didn't, and then apply those learnings for the next year's event. I think something that's really important in my role is being a really organised person. With a project or a plan, there's usually many steps and many processes and a lot of moving parts at once. So I think just being across it and all the stakeholders in your role or in your project, I think that's very important.
What is an example of a project you've been involved in within your current role?
Yeah, so one of my favourite projects is our Stars of campaigns, which is essentially a really glamorous, fun community fundraising event where we actually get 12 local people from the community and we pair them up with a local dance teacher, and in the lead up to the big gala night they raise funds for us. So one of the Stars of events that we have in our region is Stars of Nowra, and so I just love that event. We have to plan it all, we have to organise launch, recruit the stars, recruit the teachers, figure out how the night's going to look, and then essentially pull that all together. And last year we raised over $310,000, so it's just a massive achievement, and the funds all go towards a really important cause.
What was the process to get the project started, and were there any conventions that influenced its form?
Yeah, we actually do something prior to the event planning called a STARS assessment tool and a STARS project scope tool. So we need to actually look at the event and figure out how much income, how much budget we think there's going to be, the marketing channels and tools we're going to have to use, the stakeholders that we're going to have to engage, suppliers, and there's a big list of all these things that we have to consider in the project before we actually put it together, and then that goes to management and gets approved. Something within the event that we had to consider is our brand and our mission. Cancer Council New South Wales, one of our goals or our strategies to reduce cancer risk, and so in our brand it's really important we don't have anything affiliated with us that is associated with junk food, smoking, tobacco, alcohol. So as you could imagine, being a big gala fundraising event, a lot of people want to drink in that, so we have to make sure we don't have any drinks in our package, and it's a food package stand alone. Another issue we faced was a sponsor, a large fast food corporation coming to us wanting to be involved in the event as a sponsor, and as much as it's a really nice gesture, it unfortunately just doesn't align with our brand guidelines and our brand policies, so we had to not proceed with that.
Zari proposed a range of ideas that will help the collaborative aspect of the group project to generate ideas and discover the flow of resources in its creation. With the group topic following the story of climate change refugees, our group can follow the thematic direction of perseverance and redemption for those heavily affected by this tragedy, developing a possible future for the world to come with inaction. Exploring work such as Orange is the New Black to view the treatment of refugees in its later seasons, as well as The Book Thief and Limbo to provide fictional examples to build our vision. We'll be exploring strategies such as self-leadership, influencing, motivation, and other additional professional skills in this development, with an approach of unionship as we lift our work off the ground. Currently, the research project is taking the form of an interactive experience on either a website or a video case study. However, as it's only in its development stage, this is subject to change.